right, man. I got some info on Jake Paul. So apparently, Jake Paul chose to fight Anthony Joshua instead of fighting now he won't start coughing. Instead of fighting Andre Ward, and I got some information on it as well too. So yeah, let's get to it, man. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Check out the Box Rumor playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. You know, people are, hey man, I need you to get to the desk. Well, actually at home for a change, or at home with nothing to do for a change. So it was murdering me on fucking Black Ops. So scantless. I'm like, okay. I hadn't played in a while. I don't have time to have many hobbies at the crib. But nonetheless, for the most part, the good word on the street is that they're getting 180 million for Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua. Okay, that's the good word on the street. So I got some information. He said, got some news. Like $180 million. Anybody can dispute that. It's good money. 180. Ward wasn't playing no games. He was taking it serious, and you know what that going to make Jake Paul look good in any kind of way. So for the most part, the expectation was Ward didn't get the fight because Ward wasn't going to lay down and destroy his character for some money. Now I'm pretty sure the money wasn't going to be $180 million for Andre Ward and him. It probably may have been split in $100 million. You know, but for the most part, they probably would make good money, but he didn't want to play the role. You know, I'm pretty sure he would have loved to fight like Gervonta Davis, and then, you know, he would have loved to stepped up and then fought Anthony Joshua. And I think that was the plan. Not only did I think they wanted to fight Tank and then target Joshua or something like that. And I feel like Eddie Hearn and them already knew that Anthony Joshua was finished. They knew Joshua was done, and they were just trying to find a way, you know, to stretch out his career financially. And that's why you heard them kind of talk a little bit about fighting, you know, Deontay Wilder. Now, you know, they was trying to find a way to stretch that money out, and this gave them an opportunity to stretch the money out. I keep telling y'all, they don't care about extracting money from the sport of boxing and destroying it. Every person after Mayweather, they've been destroying the sport of boxing. You know, that's been following that blueprint. Let me get mine and fuck everybody else. You know, but you know, at the end of the day, Ward wasn't gonna lay down. But yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised at all. I'm not surprised at all. That Ward seemed like a god character. But yeah, I'm not, like I said, I'm not surprised. So I knew he wasn't gonna lay down, and if he did, you know, they say everybody usually got a number, you know. But you see a man that's really put his faith in God and changed his life around. I think you really see that when you see Andre Ward, and I'm just keeping it real. I think he ain't gonna compromise his integrity. It ain't too many people like that left, especially in that industry. You know, everybody say they down for the cause and they'd never do this, and then, you know, they get into a bind and they'll do it. So Ward wasn't compromising his integrity, and shout out to him. It's too many people. It's not enough people like that. You know, a lot of people compromising their integrity for a couple dollars, you know, a couple OnlyFans subscribers and all that. And it's like, damn, you know, really, it ain't that many real people left. It ain't really that many people that care about their dignity, that care about their family name. It's like, you know, it's a lot of piss poor morally piss poor people out here. And these dudes will do anything for a dollar. And that's why I just feel like I don't get along with a lot of people, because it ain't that I clash or we gonna start arguing or nothing like that. You know, that ain't my thing. You know, you can argue with yourself. I'm not fighting with you. What's so funny is this lady, she DM'd me and I shared a tweet for our guy saying that, you know, Stephon Diggs said he was playing versus 2-7 instead of, you know, being there for the birth of his child. He was playing the 2-7 Jets. And it was, oh, that ain't true. And then I don't know. I just shared a fucking tweet on Facebook. And you know, she DM'd me. I don't go back and forth with women, bro. Like, I don't go back and forth with nobody. I don't have no time. I don't feel like it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's just, you know, so many people want to pick a fight. So many people want to argue. But then it ain't even the point that you can win the argument. You could be right and prove them a fact, prove a fact. But then, you know, at the end of the day, they don't want to admit defeat. They don't want to stand down. So, you know, but, you know, I feel him. You know, that's a lot of money for Anthony Joshua. You know, hopefully he enjoy it. You know, you know, if he can, how many rounds did he get if Francis Ngannou out of there in? You know, and if Jake, I mean, for y'all, if y'all still want to play these games and believe in it, y'all just like entertainment, cool. I'm over the reality TV shit. He knocked Ngannou out in 2. So if Jake Paul make it past 2, you know, shout out to him. But like I said, man, it's just not too many people that's going to stand on something. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna say. It's not too many people that's gonna stand on something. You know, everybody got a number, you know, and everybody willing to sell themselves out. I ain't knocking you. Don't do what you do. You know. But me, I'm gonna stand on principles and integrity, man. That's what I'm gonna do. That's just who I am. I do it because that's the person I am. You know, you see somebody, you know, might do you dirty. I don't go out my way to do that person dirty. I don't go out there to be vengeful or revengeful to people. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll allow God to handle it. You know, that's just how I rock. You know, when I go out my way to be vengeful to somebody, it usually backfires. So me personally, I'm not going out my way to hurt people. Even when they hurt me, you know, I'm good. You got it. And I ain't praying on your downfall. I still pray for you, homie. But at the end of the day, with this type of thing right here, Joshua got to get his money. You know, back in the day, what did the drug dealers used to say back in the day? If I ain't slanging it, somebody else will. That was their excuse to make them feel better. That was their cope. That was their cope. That was the cope that made them feel better. So, you know, War really wanted the real fight. Jake Paul did. It's entertainment. Reality TV has become so infectious. We didn't know how dangerous after the real world it was going to get. We didn't have Survivor. We didn't had America's Top Model. We didn't had what was the other one? The one with Jennifer Hudson, Ruben Studdard came from American Idol. I mean, we didn't got the housewives of Calabasas. It's like Jesus Christ. You know, it's like Jesus Christ. You feel what I'm saying? Like reality TV really it's been more detrimental than social media has. Social media really just put a battery in reality TV's back. That's a fact. It really just put a battery in reality TV back. That's the crazy thing is it really put a battery in reality TV back. That's the crazy shit about it. But you know, a lot of these dudes, man, they gonna lay down, man. They gonna get that money. They gonna get that money regardless. And you know, when they ain't be known, they destroy boxing and ain't no more money to be made. You know, they ain't gonna care, y'all. We live in a society where everybody just got to get theirs. They don't care about your child. They don't care about your situation. They don't care about nothing. They just got to get theirs. By any means necessary, they got to get theirs. If that means stepping over your hand, if that means killing your mama to get theirs, that's just the type of society that we in America we living in. Nobody got grace. Nobody just say, yo, you know, the old people off limits, take care of the kid, make sure the kid's good. Let's have some respect. Let's not cuss around these older people. Let's respect our elders. That shit is over with. That shit is over with. Everybody got to get there. It's like we playing Hungry Hippo. So, hey, hit the link in the description. Follow me on X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, the whole nine. Everything inside the link tree. Join the Patreon. Peace.